Okay guys, so it's a freaking, not a Saturday in the park, it's a freaking Sunday in the park in December. You know I love doing these videos because the weather is amazing. I'm in a tank top. I'm freaking enjoying the day. This is my day off from the gym, but I'm still riding my bike. I can't not do something. As the bike almost falls on me. I think that's a sign. I can't not just use the body in some capacity. I've got to move my arse. So, I thought I would do a video about how often should you work out and what time of day and what do I do? You know, I work out 6 days a week, and people are like, why do you work out 6 days a week? Don't you need rest? Aren't you going to overuse the body, develop inflammation? Yeah, these are all potentials of people who overtrain. So on paper, it looks like I overtrain, but in reality, I'm not overtraining. Look at that on a Sunday. Look, I have to move my ass. I can't. You know, I've got a lot of work to do. Believe it or not, I write keto plans and spend hours and hours and hours in front of the computer, and I feel like I'm going to go nuts. Cray. And I used to work out 7 days a week, and the reason why I stopped is because I got nothing done work-wise, and look where I am today. Yeah. So I digress. So I thought I would go into some client stories and talk a little bit about workouts, and maybe I'll divide up the videos, but here we go. So if you're going to work out on keto, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, what you want to do is you want to do what I'm doing. No, I'm kidding. Which is like play. People think that I'm at the gym just lifting 3 hours, which I never do. Ever. Never, ever. So what do I do? Well, people ask me what I do, and I've been talking a lot about time under tension, but I'm also doing calisthenics. I lift a little bit. I've actually gotten pretty bored of lifting iron. I still do it. It's a part of my daily workout regime, but I feel like I've met my goals in my physicality, and now I'm just maintenance and just literally enjoying the privilege of being able to move my body. So the first thing is your attitude. A lot of people don't go at exercising with the right mentality. It's like the clients that I spoke to today, as a man and a woman, a couple, they hadn't worked out in a while, and they said, well, you know, things go in a sort of priority. And I was like, okay, there's a reason why I was able to adapt so well, and that's because working out is my priority. It's beyond breathing air and sleeping. It's like number one on my list of important things in Steph's life. And so a lot of people, they have to like kind of wiggle it in their lifestyle. Well, I've had the fortitude and the thoughts and the connection to the body at such a young age that come hell or high water, that is one of the most important things in the top five list in my life of what's important. Which is why at the age of 48, it's okay. It's easy for me to still maintain the business. So the best time of day to work out is before 2. People who watch my videos know that I've said that already, and I don't know how people get this twisted. Somebody wrote on my videos as a comment, well, you said that you can only be in ketosis in the daytime, and I was like, what? How did you get that as a part of what I was saying? What I'm saying is that right now, it's in the afternoon, it's around 3 o'clock in December. There's a cortisol shift going on right now. So cortisol has peaked out and it's about to drop. And then melatonin's going to rise, and I'm going to get into a rested state. So if I were to go to the gym right now and lift and do grip of pull-ups, it may be not the smartest when it comes to getting my hormones to balance my adrenal glands that love to pump out adrenaline. So I mentioned in a few videos back that people are adrenaline junkies. And that is a hot mess. We're talking anxiety, we're talking heart palps, we're talking nausea, we're talking hypoglycemia, reactive hypoglycemia, attention deficit disorder, depression, low serotonin. It's all, and of course, the reproductive hormones. So working out in the evening, it doesn't work, guys. I know. I've been wanting to do some mixed martial arts because everywhere I go, people think that I'm some expert at it, I guess, with my little swagger. But I was like, yeah, I actually want to do it because it's a great way to even become more or more connected, if I should say it that way, with my body and my nervous system. But I know a lot of classes are in the evening, and that just is not, it can't work. Cannot, will not, I will not. So I have limits and boundaries in my life that prevent me from doing things that other people would just say that's the only time they have for that. So heavy lifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding, people who want to do fitness competitions, please don't start doing keto 3 months out. Plan to do keto a year or 6 months before you try to actually get lean on it. Because if you don't do that, you might be compromising your already compromised thyroid, or especially women. Women, man, I talk to a lot of female fitness competitors, and they are screwed up. Menstrual cycles are gone. And don't get it twisted. I meet a lot of guys who do fitness stuff, and always at some point with all that dieting and cardio and heavy lifting, their testosterone and their woodies go crash and burn. Not very cute. Okay, so with that said, what is the solution? The solution is when you first try keto, and I've mentioned this before, you want to ease your way with your workouts. So you want to try to get your workouts in before 2 if you've got an early job. I don't even care if you lift a little bit 20 minutes from home. That's what you got to do in the first 4 weeks of trying to at least drop your glucose or get your ketones to spike. But I wanted to talk also about a client story today, which is off topic about workouts. But I thought this was quite an interesting subject as well, which is who can do keto and who should not. And I've mentioned this before. So the people who should not do keto are people who are so metabolically damaged and don't have either the time or the ability to change their lifestyle so it accommodates their keto adaptation or the application of it. So a lot of people still, they still don't sleep well, they still are eating crap, they still don't have their macros right, they still don't have their fat high enough, and they've got a ton of issues. They've got leaky gut, they've got insulin resistance, they've got depression, they have autoimmune disorders, they've got eczema, they've got, hypoglycemia, they've got low T, polycystic ovarian syndrome, they've got Crohn's, they've got, they've got, seriously, inflammation, RA, they've got, it's just, my mind's thinking of all the different things that people contact me about, and of course worse things like cancer and diabetes and heart disease. But what I wanted to mention was a story this morning. This was about a woman who she was thinking she had an ulcer because she was having some burning in her stomach and stomach issues for a while. And then I asked if she had H. pylori, this bacteria, and she said she hadn't been tested yet. But she was really scared to do keto with those symptoms. And I said, yeah, your stomach acids might be too low. They might be. You might have also issues with your gallbladder, because I was asking her if she got bloated or gassy or burpy. So that's what's really tough. Often they say that your HCl levels are low when you're burping. But there are so many weird things you wouldn't even consider to look at, like dandruff, like bubbly pee, like the burping, like the bloatedness. Do you have leaky gut symptoms? Are you malabsorptive? And if you have all these issues, should you do keto or should you not do keto? And I said, well, in her case, I said, you should do keto. And she goes, well, what if I have an issue with my gallbladder? And I said, well, you have an issue with your gallbladder and an ulcer, so you can't do oxbile salts because that'll just tear up your stomach. You can't do beta-18 HCl to fix the low stomach acid because that'll tear up your stomach. So I was like, you're going to have to split up your fats, because if you're supposed to eat 200 grams of fat, 50% coming from animal fat, that's a tough one. So you're going to have to split it up, and you're going to have to fat load like people carb load every couple of hours. But the one thing that people need to do is they really need to eat their fat slowly, because they don't. People are gobbling food down really fast because they've got to get back to work, they're eating on their lunch break, or they're going out with friends, or co-workers on their lunch break. But the reality is, keto is not for people who cannot change their schedule. Oh man, just look. It's so pretty today. It's so pretty. I swear, I'm supposed to be like right now in front of my computer writing keto plans, but I just had to get out. But if you're smart, and if you're like, one of her biggest problems was she couldn't go to bed early. She couldn't sleep through the night. And I'm like, no wonder these symptoms, your immune system couldn't deal with H. pylori when then your ulcer symptoms started to appear because you're not healing during the night. I mean, a lot of us could have a lot of issues, not even realize it, but as long as your immune system is strong, you can fight off a lot of nastiness. But we can't. People don't. And it doesn't matter who I talk to, or people have been doing keto for a while before they sign up for a consultation. They're not doing everything it takes. Not even close. Not even for a second. So if you're not willing to do whatever it takes to keto adapt, which is change your wake-sleep cycles, like one of the things I keep suggesting to people is to get orange bulbs in the room that they're going to be in, use audiobooks instead of watching anything in the evening. I suggest for people right before they go to bed, which is to stand, breathing deeply, listening to an audiobook, and standing, like not moving around like my crazy, like pacing edge person. And so these are some of the suggestions, because when you're standing at a time where your body wants to relax, that when you finally sit down, after diaphragmatic breathing, of course, from the diaphragm, but after you sit down, you're so wanting to get super relaxed, and you tend to. It's that looking on the computer, sitting in awkward positions, getting your cortisol levels beginning to rise again. And of course, when cortisol peaks, you're not going to sleep well, you're not going to hit REM state, you're not going to repair, and you're going to have ulcers, and you're going to have gallbladder issues and estrogen issues and all these issues. And then, your application of keto, if it's not strict, please don't do it. Nope, don't do it. If you're breastfeeding and your health is crap and you're not doing like graduating slowly, taking out all the processed things, if your gut isn't in order, if you've got inflammation and you want to breastfeed on keto, if you're not addressing all these issues, then don't go on keto. Just go on to like a low carb, high fat, because you always want to do high fat, no matter what diet that you're on. And that's a whole nother story, and how insulin affects your body when you eat a high fat diet. That's a whole nother video, which I've definitely done. Okay guys, so I just wanted to do a little client story. I wanted to talk about my workouts. My workouts for me are playtime. Somebody said to me, he goes, oh, but working out is like a job, right? It's like, that's your job. And I was like, no. My workouts are all play. Let's keep it real. My workouts are all play. There's no job when I go to the gym. I hate the gym, but I love the gym, so I can use my body and do silly stuff. And I get a lot of young guys to do silly stuff with me. We start doing like calisthenics and like modified versions of whatever, and we start competing and having fun. And now I'm not just lifting iron anymore because I get super bored on that stuff. I think that's it. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. You can go to Stephanie Person on my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram. And yes, I learn from you guys. I don't make this stuff up. Everything about cheese and nuts and caffeine came from you guys, because I had that crap on my site before and people were not keto adapting. So that's it. If you want to learn more, you guys know where to find me. And I'm about to peace out and enjoy the freaking day in December. Love me some Cali. Peace out.